y'all, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. I am Aja A. Thanks for tuning in. For those of y'all that tune into my channel regularly, I am so sorry I couldn't get those new moon and Taurus forecast up for you guys. They say life comes at you fast, and life came at me fast. Things really shifted. Life got a little wild, got a little crazy. So I'm sorry I couldn't get those up for you. So I did want to go on and do something for y'all, which is going to be the full moon in Sagittarius forecast. So we're not going to be looking at, like a month's time period, but we'll be taking a look at the next couple of weeks going into mid-June for you guys. This video is for Leo, so Leo Sun, Leo Moon, or Leo Rising. If for some reason you feel like the video is not resonating with you, go on and check out your moon or rising sign, and I do have a link down in the description box to the playlist with all of those videos for y'all. All right, so as I said, gonna be doing a full moon and Sag reading, 5-card spread, typical 5-card spread. Like always, we're gonna be looking at the energy, what could be crossing you. Because we're doing the full moon, we're going to be looking at what's being illuminated for you, and because it's Sag, any opportunities that are coming in, or any adventures, any actions that you need to take. This is a fire moon, and I don't know about y'all, but this has been one of the wildest moons that I have experienced, especially since I started doing all the moon shits. Like this full moon in Sagittarius has been off the chain, off of crazy. Like everybody's been wilding, and everything has been just crazy. It truly has the Sagittarius energy attached to it. Anyways, I'm also going to be looking at, so I'm talking about the full moon, the release. And for this, with Sagittarius, we're going to be looking at any restrictions that need to be released, or that have been holding you back from doing the things that you want to do, that have been a hindrance to your process, And then as always, going to do a little soul message card, spirit message, or message to your higher self, whatever you want to call it. I do have a video up on the full moon in Sagittarius. I definitely suggest y'all watch it, especially if you've been feeling the crazy energy. To all my fire signs, y'all, Leos, Aries, Sag, people with a lot of fire in their charts, or people with planets, especially personal planets in 8 degrees, are probably going to be affected by this pretty heavily, okay? So if that's you, watch this video and go watch that full moon in Sagittarius video. I do have that down in the description box for you guys. All right, let's see what's popping off for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising during this full moon in Sagittarius. What's going to be popping off for Leo going into the Gemini lunar season, approaching the Cancer solar season, and wrapping up the Taurus lunar season. What's popping off with this full moon in Sagittarius? All right, y'all, I think we are good on the shuffling. Let's go on and cut the deck for you. All right, y'all. Let's see. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Y'all got an interesting one. Okay. Okay. Sorry, Leo. My allergies are really crazy. So I need something to drink. 1 second. I like to keep my videos authentic, so you get to live life with me. I needed something to drink. Okay, y'all. So what's popping for Leo? What's the energy looking like for y'all coming up within these next couple of weeks? You guys have, what is that, the Sun? Okay, yep. You guys have the Son of Pentacles, which in a regular deck I have the Wild Unknown Tarot, which is a family deck. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. The energy for you guys during this time is Leo. You guys are a fire sign that has this energy of you just always want things to be the way that you want them to be. And that's not always bad, but sometimes it could be a little, you know, like, okay now. So you have a little bit of that stubbornness to you. The Son of Pentacles has that in them as well. So this is saying like the energy for you during this time is you might be being a little stubborn about something that you should possibly open up your eyes to or open your perspective to. This card also is saying like the energy for you guys during this time is going to be one of starting a new building. This is in the court part of the tarot, in the court part of the Pentacles too. And the Pentacles has to do with earth energy, has to do with our foundations, our finances, our relationships, our careers, things like that. So, are you itching, mama? Are you itchy? Then you licking your lips too, girl. This Son of Pentacles, this energy is also, sorry, my bad. I got distracted by my dog. Has to do with, you know, your foundations, your stability, all that stuff. So because it's the Sun and not the Father, because it's the Knight and not the King, the energy for you guys during this time could be very, like I said, one of, you know, starting a new beginning to build on some foundations that you've set into place for yourself or that you're trying to set into place for yourself. This is also a card saying that whatever you have going on during this time, Leo, you have the energy to remain dedicated to it and to really actually build upon that. And then because it is a court card, this could also say that there could be somebody coming in, a younger or somebody with a little bit more, you know, either immature or more like lively Pentacles energy, if that makes sense. I don't want to call Pentacles energy like super lively. Pentacles is earth, they tend to be very chill, but somebody with like a little bit of a fresher energy, if that makes sense. Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, possibly coming in for you during this time, or possibly being somebody for you during this time that is very prominent, or somebody that helps you open your eyes, shift your perspective on certain things. So just keep your eyes out. Keep in mind that, you know, you may have like a little earth person around you that is somebody that could really lend some energy to you, that could be very beneficial to you during these next couple of weeks, okay? What you've got coming up in the position of what's crossing you is the Seven of Cups. And this is an interesting card because this isn't a card of illusion. This is a card that is from the water suit, and the cups deals with our emotions, things that we're emotionally invested in, or things that we put a lot of energy into. But the Seven of Cups pops up when, you know, things aren't exactly as you think they are. Things aren't what they seem, or things are kind of upside down, like things are topsy-turvy. So I'm not really gonna put this card too much into like you're being deceived, you're being like, you know, people aren't being honest. But what I will say, because it's crossing an earth card, is that you may be in a position, Leo, where you're feeling like the things that you're emotionally attached to or invested in, i.e. your career, i.e. your, you know, your relationships, i.e. your finances, you know, you may be feeling like things are just off kilter, things are out of balance, like things are not the way that you want them to be. And it's because it's the Seven of Cups coming up here, it's almost like, you know, something is off, or you know things are not how you like them to be, they're not completely there, but you're having a hard time getting to a point to where you can figure out how to make everything right. And it's, like I said, it's not an overbearing energy. You've got the Seven of Cups, and then you've got the Son of Pentacles. So it's not overbearing, but it is kind of like, okay, this, whatever this is, which I don't know, is making it a little bit harder for me to, you know, continue or really build upon, you know, my foundations, or really, you know, tap into financial abundance, or, you know, have complete harmony with my family and with my friends and in my romantic relationships. So that's really what this Seven of Cups is, excuse me, what the Seven of Cups is saying in this spread is just like, you're having a little bit of confusion with how to move forward on the things that you want to do, or the things that you need to do. Coming up for you guys in the illumination position, what's being illuminated opportunities that need to be taken or adventures that you need to take is the Two of Swords. And this one is an interesting one. The Two of Swords is typically what I call my stalemate card. So this coming up in the position of what's being illuminated. Also because we were, I know what that is. So because we were talking about, you know, the Son of Pentacles possibly being somebody coming in to kind of help shift your perspective, or you needing to change your perspective a little bit on something surrounding your foundations and the things that you're doing, what you're invested in. You've got the Two of Swords. Like I said, typically the stalemate card, but coming up in the position of illumination of, you know, what's coming in for you or actions that need to be taken. This is kind of, the Swords deals with our mental. The Swords deals with our perspective, our thought process. And it's crossing. So with that being said, what I'm going to say for this card for you, Leo, is you are in a position to where your vision is blocked because you are so invested in trying to figure out how to move through these obstacles that the Seven of Cups are presenting for you. So the Two of Swords, it's crossing each other. So it's almost like, you know, that you're at a conflict with everything that you're thinking. You have ideas, but it kind of reminds me of what's at the Eight of Swords. You have ideas, but it's almost like, any way I go, like, things could just turn out kind of crazy, kind of wrong. But I'm really trying to, you know, build a foundation, really trying to get shit popping. So what this is saying, this card coming up for you, Leo, is just saying, like, you've got to figure out a way to clear your vision. That is the mental suit. You guys are fire signs, so fire and air are very compatible. So this is also saying, like, you have the potential and the ability to tap into that mental because you resonate very well with, you know, your thoughts. You have the ability to tap into that mental and unblock your vision, shift your perspective so you can work through the Seven of Cups to where instead of things being upside down, they're right side up. This is an interesting card coming up in the position right after that card before it. So in the position of release, because we're talking about the full moon and what's coming up, because we're dealing with Sagittarius energy, we're talking about release and we're talking about restrictions, what's been restricting you. You've got the Eight of Cups. And so this is one of my baby all shit cards, but I have like a special relationship with this card. This is the first card that I ever pulled for myself in a personal reading, regarding, you know, a cycle, like a part of my life that I was trying to figure out if I wanted to continue doing what I was doing at that point, or if I wanted to, you know, start trying something different. And that was the first card I pulled, and here we are now. I'm doing tarot videos for y'all on the internet. So, you know, the Eight of Cups, this is a card that points to, you know, whatever you've been invested in, whatever you've poured all your energy into, whether and because you have that Son of Pentacles, this could be family, this could be friends, this could be romantic relationships, but this is just an emotional attachment to the things that you really, because this is coming up in your spreads, an emotional attachment to the things that you've been trying to build for yourself or that you have built for yourself in the past. This is saying, Leo, it is time to start anew. It is time to change some things. It is time to understand that the way you were doing things or the way you were investing yourself prior to this point is dead, is tired. Like, it's time to dead that shit. It's time to try something new, unblock your vision, open up that perspective, turn the upside down, right side up, like I said, and embark on that journey. Yeah, it may be a little, you know, a little rough because you see that mountain. It might be a little rough, but it doesn't make sense for you to dwell on how things didn't work, on what you messed up on what you did or didn't do, okay? The Eight of, whenever I pull that card, that's really just like an eye-opener. It's just like a, hey, it's time to change some things. It's time to shift some things in your life. You got to do something different. So coming up for you guys, Leo, at the bottom of the spread, this is your soul message, your spirit message, a message to your higher self. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. Forget who, was that Gemini? I think Gemini had the Wheel of Fortune too. It was either Gemini or Taurus, because it wasn't Cancer, because that's me. I ain't have the Wheel of Fortune. But you've got the Wheel of Fortune here, right? This is coming up in your soul message and your spirit message. Because your spread had so much to do with your perspective and what you've been lending your energy to, this card coming up, I think, is just a confirmation to say, you know, it's time to shift things, and whether or not you're ready to change your perspective, whether or not you're ready to look at the world in a different light, you're going to be put into positions and into situations to where you're not going to have a choice but to open your eyes and see things in, you know, in a different view. So this is not a bad spread, Leo. This is actually just saying like this full moon in Sagittarius, because it's a fire moon, is actually just really bringing you a little bit of confusion and a little bit of chaos, because it's a fire moon and you're a fire sign, and for some reason the fire element kind of really like shakes things up. It's crazy. Every time there's a fire or something. Actually, have I had another fire full moon? Yeah, the Leo full moon was crazy for me too. Like, that was good. So the fire moons are almost just as intense as water moons, just in a different way. Water moons tend to be a little bit more emotional. Fire moons, there tends to be a little more chaos for some, not for some reason, because it's fire energy and it's dealing with the release and clearing things out. So this spread for you, Leo, is just saying like it's time to change some things. It's time to move on from some things. It's time to come into a new and just understand that everything is happening for a reason. It's all divine timing. Like, whatever you're looking at that just doesn't make sense to you, just understand that within due time you'll be able to understand everything. You'll be able to know why things are happening the way that they were. You will gain that clarity. You will come out of that blocked vision and really be able to build upon the things that you want to build upon. It is the wheel of fortune. It is fate. It is destiny. And the wheel is always turning. So you're about to come up from the little upside down. Just keep in mind that in that process of release, especially when it's emotional release and things that we're emotionally invested in, things can be a little crazy. But you've got so although it's a crazy fire energy, Leo, because you are fire, you have the ability to actually master this energy and really use it to your advantage. So I tell y'all in a lot of my videos, do whatever you can to make yourself, like, keep yourself sane. Meditate, 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 meditate. Get active, do something creative, talk to somebody, whatever you got to do to keep your head clear and keep, you know, yourself zen. Go on and do that, okay? All right, Leo, I hope that this video resonated with you. I hope these cards provided you with some insight on how to move through these next couple of weeks. If you have any questions or comments, go on and drop them down below. I am checking my channel. I'm back on track, checking my channel pretty frequently again, so I will most likely respond to you. If you liked the video, go on and hit that thumbs up button down below for me. If you've made it all the way through the video and you're still listening to me talk, definitely go on and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with when I put out new videos. What else, y'all? Let's see. I am going to, like I said, I am back on track. I am going to be putting out that new moon in Gemini video within the next couple of weeks. Sorry, y'all, about the noise in the background. Within the next couple of weeks, and I will have the new moon in Gemini tarot forecast coming out as well. So I will be back on track. Y'all can expect y'all's regular monthly forecast coming back, okay? And yeah, again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.